So just as a last section on sourcing, I'm just going to say don't be afraid to switch it up. And what I mean by that is, basically don't be afraid to switch suppliers when you feel the time is right. So I'm going to tell a couple of stories. So a few of my products are from China and I source them there. And a few of my products are now sourced in the UK, as I sell mainly in the UK. I also have suppliers in the US as well and other places. But my main suppliers are now China and UK. So firstly, the Chinese suppliers. When I first started out, I found the perfect supplier for me, but their MOQs were too big. So I got a sample, I loved their products, everything was perfect, but their MOQs were 3,000 units or more. I think it was 3,000 to 5,000 units, so obviously I had no chance of affording that when I was first starting out. So what I did was, I found another supplier who I knew wasn't as good, they weren't as responsive, they weren't getting back to me as well. But they did a minimum order quantity of 100 units, so that was good. So basically I got that ordered, 100 units of that product from them, even though it was slightly lower quality than the one from the actual supplier I wanted. I just started with that product, started selling it, that went okay, went well, and then once I got to the bigger order quantities, then I changed back to the first choice supplier that I wanted, and then it went from there. So there are ways. Sometimes you might have to get the first supplier just to get you 10 units, then maybe a second supplier will do 100 to 500 units, and then maybe a third supplier would be the really big, like thousands and thousands of orders of units. So you may have to work your way up like that. There may be one supplier who stands out in your mind, and hopefully that supplier will have a minimum order quantity that suits you. But if not, don't be afraid to go with someone else and then work your way up that way. So let's just talk about the US and English suppliers. So one of my other products I originally sourced in the USA, and I was very happy with that. I thought the price was great, but then when I got them to my door, I got 250 units to my door, and then I got hit with a big customs bill, which I wasn't expecting. So that then took my profit margins way down, and I was still making profit, of course, but I was losing now £1, £2 per unit that I sold. So I wasn't afraid then to start looking for other suppliers. I found a couple nearer to me, which I still use to this day. They did pretty good prices, pretty similar to the USA one, but of course I wasn't paying the taxes, so that was good. And then even a couple of months ago I found a new supplier that actually contacted me through my website, and they quoted me some prices which were like 50p to £1 under what I was already paying. And to be honest, I didn't believe them. Like, I thought, wow, I've been doing this so long, I didn't realise that people were doing it this cheap out there. So you're still learning all the way along. Basically, I went and visited that supplier, and they're very good, got a good relationship. I still often use the other one as well, but now I've got a couple of products with this new supplier. So don't be afraid to switch it up. Don't be afraid to try new ones. And I will say it's always good to have a backup anyway. So get samples from a few, give a couple a try. You'll find one or two that you really like, that are really responsive, really quick, work well, and you just like click with them. So they can be your primary suppliers. And then of course it's good to have some backup suppliers as well. So yeah, don't be afraid to switch it up, as you can find good deals all the time. Even if you've been doing this a year or two, you never know.